You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Skye Squad, we are back in the building with a little bit of tea that you might have missed this week, right? So what we gonna call this? A little weekend wrap up? Why not? Why not? Anyway, it's just an excuse for me to also test my new microphone. Okay, so we'll see how this works out. I ripped the last one out of the thing, and so now it don't work. So we've been without a mic for a couple of weeks, but still we progress. Back to the tea. Let's get into Dennis and Ralph. Somebody says it was Storm Monroe. Storm is so funny. He says we need Real House Husbands of Atlanta at this point. Ralph, Dennis, Apollo, and Peter. So Drew Sidora's estranged husband, Ralph, accuses Portia's baby daddy, Dennis, of trying to exploit him. Didn't you cheat on Portia while she was preggers? So Dennis, I would have posted it from his page, but I can't because I'm blocked. So, I mean, go figure. And I'm like, what I do? Anywho, so Dennis posts on his page a hashtag for Delulu. Now, Delulu, if you don't know, is a song on Drew Sidora's new album, I Did It to Me. And actually, I have actually raved over this album because I did feel like she took some adventurous swings, and Dennis was also at the helm of this album. So obviously he's out here, doing the promo as well. So he posts on his page a news article that says cheaters caught again. Now, I think anybody with two eyes could see that this cartoon character resembles Ralph Pittman quite a bit. Who the other two ladies are behind him, I don't know. If you look at the little cartoon character of the newspaper clipping right here, it says cheaters. But interestingly, why does the cartoon lady look like Portia? Anyway, Dennis says, Delulu video, who won it? I have long said that Delulu should be a single for this album. I think it should have been the first single after I Got 5 on it. So anyway, Ralph says I guess he commented maybe on Dennis's post. He says, yo, you wild for trying to exploit me. Didn't you cheat on Portia while she was preggers? Y'all gonna make me turn up in a minute. Now, I don't know that anybody wants Rob to turn up. Ralph. My bad, Ralph. Slip of the tongue. Anyway, so at that point, Dennis says, Ralph, invite me on the podcast. I guess we overdue for a convo. Ralph says, done. Let's make it happen soon. Dennis says, Ralph, let's do it. And yes, I did cheat. Portia don't even bring that up no more. What day we doing it? Ralph, I'm happy for y'all. Monday. This is the craziest conversation. I just want y'all to know that. Like, this conversation is bonkers to me at this point, but it's kind of like, how do two non-cast members now get promo for the show, halfway be on the show, halfway not on the show, two exes, and now they're doing the podcast together? I hope they drop it on Monday. I mean, give us a little speak on it. Have Candy invited to the mix. Why don't you? Anyway, so Portia then says, Dennis McKinley, covering her eyes emoji. Someone else says, Portia, in the words of Nene Leakes. Now, how I get in it? Portia says, exactly. This is so crazy. Y'all, do you want to see more of Dennis and Ralph on The Real Housewives of Atlanta? Let us know. Or are you amped about their potential podcast coming on Monday? Well, maybe they won't put it out on Monday, but maybe they'll film it on Monday. Who knows? This could all just be more talk to promote their own ventures that they got going on. And why not? Why not? Why not? Meanwhile, let's move right on along. Let's shuffle this jamboree. Why don't we? Married to Medicine. We might have missed this one as well. Toya posted in her IG stories. Thank you to all of our supporters. We truly appreciate you and promise not to let you down at Bravo TV at TV by Pop. Now, this is the ratings, right? So apparently the Bravo ratings, Ratings Bravo posted these ratings, right? So the ratings for season 11 of episode 16, which was the first part of the reunion, got a season high with 0.0639 million viewers, right? Now, this post was preceded by a post for the Real Housewives of Atlanta that said 0.0638 millions, which is the series low. So I guess someone commented and asked, like, why did you have to shade the Atlanta ratings? Now, remember, this comes after the Married to Medicine ladies coming after the Real Housewives of Atlanta ladies in their show. Toya then responds and says, girl, I'm not shading anyone by celebrating our show. We had a season high and we work hard as HE double hockey sticks. Please stop comparing our show to others. We are all fighting in this reality TV era, especially shows of color. I think what may have set people off is the fact that they were already commenting about Atlanta. So now people are going to be looking for that. And they're going to be looking to see if you're going to be doing it again. And so when she says that people should stop comparing their show to others, people are getting that comparison from you, right? They're getting it from you and the things that have been said by some of you, like you and your castmates. So that's why people are automatically thinking that. And quiet as kept, you could have just cropped out the Real Housewives of Atlanta ratings if you really didn't want to have any smoke on the issue. But and someone says that in the comments, Toya, dang, you could have, I wanted to be on your side. You could have covered up their ratings. Now, granted, people would have been, I mean, listen, I think that there's nothing wrong with celebrating the accomplishments of their show because, listen, every accolade they get, they deserve, right? And she should be allowed to celebrate her show's accomplishments. I mean, that's huge, but I do think that I see where other people are coming from when they say this. You don't have to put down one other show to build yours up. And granted, the ratings that were posted were in what appears to be chronological order. I just think that sometimes it's people are going to be sensitive right now. So because this has just been a fresh thing. So I don't know. Some people would argue that she could be danged if she does, danged if she doesn't. But in any case, Toya is in the news, and she's in the news quite a bit. So Toya, whatever you're doing, I guess you might as well just keep doing it because it's getting you the press. All right. Meanwhile, speaking of Married to Medicine, Mariah has commented. She's commented. Mariah is active on social. She is very active, and especially after this clip aired on social media. Take a look.
What happened?
I have no chance. I don't even know you, baby girl.
You're watching me closely with a magnifying glass, girl, just waiting for a moment. No, you are.
You, my dear, would not be here without me.
No, you wouldn't be here without Gregory because he is the medicine.
And I was going to go to buy sales, honey. So
listen, I hope your man got a fleet of ambulance trucks.
Don't worry about
for
my
you.
man. Don't worry.
So Mariah, I'm assuming, is reacting to the "you would not be here without me." I felt like Toya said implied something similar to Sweet Tea in the last episode of the reunion when they were kind of going at it. When she said something like, "Look around you." Basically kind of implying that they built all of this. And it's so funny because even in my mind, when she said that at that moment, I was like, but none of y'all would be here without Mariah. So funny enough, Mariah has chimed in. She says, I dropped my dang phone on this one. This is interesting. It would be so fascinating to see what this show would be like with Mariah on it. I just know, and I know I'm probably shooting for the stars, but I mean, come on. Would it not be the cat's meow? Think about it. Just think about it. Okay. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Would Sweet Tea be there if it wasn't for Quad? Would Quad be there if it wasn't for Mariah? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I ask you in my Nene Leaks voice.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you.
Is it? Married to Medicine reunion airs tomorrow night on Bravo. Part 2 of the reunion at 9 p.m. Make sure you guys are tuned in, tapped in. Real Housewives of Atlanta airs tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Bravo. Be sure to be tuned in and tapped in for both of those because I know I will. Speaking of brunch, which is where I'm about to head out to, you guys know that we talked about the Ponderosa, right? So I'm thinking it's going to be more of a Ponderosa around the time of brunch. I think I found a great location here in DC for the first one. So as soon as we solidify it, I got one more location to check out. But as soon as we solidify it, which should be as early as about Monday or Tuesday, then I will place a ticket link in the description of this video, or I'll send it out to the Texan community. So if you're part of the Texan community, definitely tap on into that. The dates on that flyer are not solidified. This was just my sort of vision board wish list. And so once we start solidifying more dates, and once we sort of get the routine down for this first one, all the things that I want to do, then we will move forward with the next one. All right. So with that being said, make sure you guys keep it locked onto the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Like this video if you like reality TV related content, and be sure to tap down in the description of this video for the links to all of the trips that are coming up in the next couple of months. All right. We got payment plans available for each and every trip. And I cannot wait to see you, especially for the ones in Africa. If you have not been to Africa, y'all get on board. Okay. With that being said, I will catch you in the next